Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy. The following content may involve explicit language and materials, so listener discretion is advised. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm super pumped because I know it's been a hot minute, but we have Sam and Traci back. So, suspended sentence, baby. And I have been holding on to these notes and holding them hostage for a hot minute. And they have no idea what we're talking about. And it's going to be fantastic. So I know that we've done it before, but if you
What's that?
qualified console.
Okay. We're here for it.
That one was absolutely and living room.
Oh, is that for you?
Are you in the living room?
Traci's in her living room.
Oh.
No. And I just said absolutely.
If you guys want to just let us know what you do, I know we got a new season coming out. Go through that. Anything you want.
Okay. Traci?
All right. So season 3, this is Suspended Sentence with Traci and Samantha, is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. Usually we're telling stories, and season 3 is going to be interviews with actually the people who experienced the crimes. We're going to have people from prison, people who were exonerated from death row. We're going to have the daughters, children, people of murdered victims, people who are missing. The whole thing, the whole season is going to be interviews with actual either the people who committed the crimes or the victims of crimes. So that will be season 3, and Samantha can tell you where you can find us.
Yeah, so you can find us pretty much on all social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the goods, the Suspended Sentence Podcast. And then, yeah, the Suspended Sentence Podcast, either at Gmail or .com is our website and our email.
Yeah.
What you're saying is before season 3 gets released, we all need to go buy some stock in Kleenex. If
Probably.
you're saying it sounds like you're going to need it. Especially with my cold that I've got right now. So that's great. I'm all hopped up on Dayquil.
Oh, no.
Yay me.
Tis the season.
Oh my gosh. It goes booty. I told you I got a weirdo in here. Usually I'm okay with that, but these are being weird. So we had booty, poke, and what are you doing?
Just chilling.
I know that you guys do a lot of true crime and unsolved stuff and all of that jazz. So I decided to go a little off the rails today. And
I'm scared.
We're to talk about strange ways that people have died.
Okay.
And these are fantastic. I will probably mispronounce 10 words and 7. Okay, I'm going to mispronounce 7 words.
I'm going to keep track now.
The first one I have is Draco of Athens. Ring a bell for anybody?
No.
Okay. So he was, these are great, smothered to death due to too many cloaks being tossed on him as gifts at a theater in Greece. So like how they used to throw the roses and stuff at people, they used to throw like their cloaks, and they were just throwing them like, this guy's great. And he suffocated.
Oh my God. Okay, now cloaks are heavy, right?
Yeah.
I wonder approximately how much one weighs.
The one I wore for Halloween, now granted it was just the costume one. I had one that was not even 5 pounds, but back in the day when you wore it, the other thing is, did they bring a spare or did they just walk home cold?
Seriously, though.
And what time of year was it? Because if it was the winter time, then it was probably like a wool cloak.
Mm-hmm. Or I'm thinking like a thick velvety.
Oh my gosh.
Like old school true cloaks weighed 4 pounds.
Oh.
Under 5, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I was Little Red Riding Hood for Halloween.
Leave it to Sam to fact check.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine that headline? Cause of death, being loved too much.
Yeah. I love you to death.
Your performance was so great. It's like, here's my cloak.
And how did nobody know?
How did nobody do anything? Was it
Okay, if we're at
instantly
the
a
point-
1,000
and how
people
many
just throw
cloaks?
their- Right.
and if we're at the point where you're being suffocated by how much cloaks are on you, you're probably have fallen to the ground underneath a pile of cloaks. So nobody was like, we might want to check on this dude.
Yeah, maybe he's. I want all the cloaks, bitches.
Also, I must commend the audience for their target being so on point.
Seriously.
But how big is the cloak? Because then you could be like struggle. You could just be close, right? Like as long as maybe the hood just wrapped around or something.
I don't know.
It's like when you throw those little circles
Ring
at the
toss,
fair,
ring toss,
yeah,
ring
on the
toss, yeah.
bottle. Got him! I got him! Yeah. I want my goldfish now.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, it's Hitler. You heard that? Y'all, if you are not subscribing to the Patreon feed, do it. I know that I look a little rough with no makeup and my little dual Princess Leia buns, but she's got a cat that looks like freaking Hitler.
Stop being so mean
It
to
does-
Marshmallow.
No, it's me. I'm just saying he looks like Hitler. I never said that it was.
It doesn't just look like Hitler. It acts like Hitler too. It's crazy.
Mean mugging.
Sweet.
All right,
As you were just talking about how she's going to push the mattress down on top of you. Okay.
Tracy, you have an assignment.
By the end of the episode, they'll be like, and Samantha died from her cat knocking over a mattress on us.
Yeah. Oh, nice segue. Tracy, you need to go over there and you need to get a Sharpie.
I'm going to. Oh my God. That'd be so
And then we
funny.
want photos and we want tags of this episode when it comes out in a few weeks. Okay.
Okay.
You have an
Done.
assignment.
Consider it done.
This is your mission if you choose to accept it. We have Milo of, I think I really want to say crouton, but I know it's not crouton. It's like croton. Croton.
That's crouton sounds right.
Crouton, yeah. Crouton is clearly
Yeah,
the correct
croutons.
answer.
And
I
Milo-
would buy one vowel. It's
Yeah.
crouton.
Milo of croutons. Hans became trapped while trying to split a tree, and then he was eventually eaten by wolves.
Why was he using his hands trying to split the tree? Don't you split wood with a axe?
I know, but
Maybe
if
he didn't
if
have
you're
an axe.
swinging, I can see where if you're swinging, sometimes if it slips, if you're stabbing somebody. Okay, this is horrible.
Whoa.
Oh God, so nonchalant. Yeah, everybody knows that. You this part of Leah, right?
Come on. You could think about it.
Them right, and their hand slips on the thing because the blood's slippery, whatever, and it slides, and they cut their hand, and they leave their DNA with the victim's DNA. Remember? I've watched too many forensic files, guys. Forensic files.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Questionable.
We got you.
Although after cleaning these deer bones, I can tell you that is not the way to dispose of a body. It's a lot. It took me 3 days to get 2 arms and a head clean. And it was a lot of work, although it was really satisfying to go and snap him in half. But anyway, enough with the morbid stuff. So I guess maybe if it slipped or something, maybe, and he.
See, what I'm picturing in my head is that the wood is split and he's trying to pry it apart.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
also thinking
thinking
about that too. Yeah.
And
But still, how would
Much
you
like
get
that.
stuck that way? What was he trying to do?
If
Like
it-
the Captain
well,
America
if you
thing?
pulled- if you pulled, if you pulled it apart and it snapped back, and then you lose your momentum.
Either way, he eventually got eaten by wolves. So either way, it was not fun.
Oh my God. Could
But
you
I'm just-
imagine?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. So you go and then your hands are stuck. And you're like, well, this is embarrassing. I really don't want anybody to find out about this. So you're trying to get out and you can't get out. And then your ass gets eaten by wolves. And you're like, oh God, they're going to find my body here. This is so embarrassing.
And then you hear the wolves starting to come around you,
And
and you're like,
circle ya.
could you imagine? And then okay, I'm not trying to be whatever, but could you imagine a dude with his hands stuck in kicking at wolves?
Yeah. It's, oh my gosh. I bet he was dancing with wolves.
Dance.
But bumped. Okay. Sorry. I was like, oh, that was a good
Oh
one.
my God, we're going to hell.
It's okay. I got a one-way ticket. And then there was, oh gosh, Elizar Avaron during a
What?
cross.
Oh. I just said we're going to hell, and they're like, no, the cross.
Well, this one was across, like you go across something.
Oh, okay.
Now it says glass. Wait. Oh, are we going to? Oh my gosh. Help me out. Thor. They have the glass walkway.
Oh, London. Doesn't London Bridge have a glass walkway? I don't fucking know.
I think it was London.
I felt so pissed. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, I gotta see if it's Asgard.
It's a totally different route.
Sorry.
London.
London.
London of
Bridge.
Asgard. But I was just thinking, it does look like glass, right? When the little lights go and they meet the little bridge, it looks like glass.
It does. It does.
I don't know about London Bridge. All I know about it is it's falling down, falling down, falling down.
Not yet. Has a glass
Fair
walkway.
ladies. During a battle, he shoved a spear into the belly of a war elephant that then... Is it you? Okay. That then collapsed, falling on top of him and killing him instantly.
Oh, talk
Now
about
that is
instant
karma at the best.
Yep. Literally instant karma.
Yep.
And how big would that spear have to be to kill an elephant? No, wait, hold on. So he stabbed it in the stomach, it fell and killed him instantly. The elephant didn't die instantly, unfortunately. Maybe it was just like, and it was just like, I need a minute. I need a minute, guys. And it's, I'm just gonna lay down here for a little rest. Come back and give me a 10. It just sounded like, I don't know how to do an elephant sound. I am like the worst animal noise maker. Did you guys hear my canary?
Yes.
I did it. It's, I could just hear myself. The inside me was going, you fucking idiot. Enough. I thought that was interesting. So then there's Edmund Ironside. Isn't that a badass name?
That is
Badass name.
actually.
Supposedly he was stabbed to death while on the pot by an assassin that was hiding below. Like the old school curtain
vents,
bullet. A shitty way to go. Yeah.
Okay, this is actually a fear of mine. One of the many irrational, ridiculous
Oh, good Lord.
fears
Here we go.
that Traci has. No, seriously, I will not use a porta potty, especially one that's up in the mountains, because
It goes start.
you don't know what the fuck is down there.
That's why you use a flashlight. You at least look first.
I remember being a kid and her being like, no, you can just go pee in the woods. We are not using the porta potty. And then
Nope.
she would always tell us the story about this guy that got gotten in the porta potty.
The guy.
This is the
Edmund.
guy.
True. It's
Freaking Edmund.
Last night I had a moment. A name came up on my thing that pertained to Joe, and it like said things that only Joe would know. And we were both just like, what just happened? Like we completely off railed as we were like,
Stunned Joe into silence.
it doesn't happen very often, I know, but I made it happen. Don't worry. Only on my show can I stun people. Although actually, do I want to save this for after or do it now?
You
We'll
wanna
do
do
it
it now?
after.
Oh,
Okay, we'll do it now.
yes.
I guess I am sad. I was gonna do it. I said I'll wait till later.
Holy crap.
It was sad that I wasn't gonna say it. Okay, I'll say it now. I had a date. I can have dates now because I'm single parent, technically. And I got a Christmas present for my date of the Santa costume variety.
Oh.
That took a long time for me to get into. And it was one of those move careful. And then move carefully so you don't have an incident.
Yeah.
Wardrobe malfunction, right? I had a little Santa hat. I even had on my 3-inch heels. And
It's dedication.
so I was making dinner while they were on their way over. And I put,
Wearing that?
yes.
Okay.
I had a robe over it. I had stockings on and everything. I had little stockings that came up. But I put this big heavy robe on top of it because I wanted it to be a surprise. You got to unwrap the present, right? Otherwise, what's the fun? So I just get dinner done and they walk in the door and all they see is I have a little Santa hat on. And I was like, oh, higher. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little festive today. And they're like, oh, yeah. And I said, yeah, I got you a present. They're like, you didn't have to give me a present. I was like, oh, but I did. And then I just dropped the robe. And it was like completely stunned. I'm pretty sure I had to pick the jaw off the floor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Baby. This is talking about a knife. But yeah, so I left somebody speechless and it felt good. I remember you. I wonder if it remembers you. Because you guys have been on here. We had a lot going on the one time we recorded.
We did.
My bloody nose.
Yeah. Was that the first time? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, speechless bitches. Yeah.
Tend to leave
But
people
look-
speechless.
Yeah, I was like, but man, let me tell you, that thing was hard as hell to get in that thing. It had like a legit like corset bottom thing with but the ribbons were in the back. I'm in front of you. Which you? I got a feeling it's not talking about me.
I swear to everything holy, if it says Sam, I'm leaving.
I'm Audi 5000.
If it says Tracy, it was nice being here. Thanks for having us on the show.
Thanks. Try it again next time.
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 Yeah. So next we have Sir William Payne Galloway or Galway. I don't know. It's either a typo or Galway. He died after sustaining severe internal injuries from falling on a turnip during his hunting trip.
On a turnip?
A turnip.
Yep.
Like a vegetable?
Yep.
What the hell? Where did it? What? What happened?
It says that he fell on a turnip during a hunting trip. So I'm going, well, that doesn't make any sense because how the hell would it actually? Agreed. Agreed. Was he hunting with no pants? Because if you're sustaining internal injuries, it's got to be inserted somewhere. Listen to me. That doesn't make sense.
Internal injuries from a.
Falling on a
Unless
turnip.
he fell on it and he fell real hard and it hit his.
How big is a freaking turnip? A turnip isn't that big.
Isn't it like as big as like an onion?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I'll Google it.
small.
What if he had it in his back pocket
But
and he fell out of like a tree stand? Really hard.
Oh, they're not even.
no, they're
Like, yeah.
small.
Oh.
They're small. Unless it. Where the hell could he have hit that it would cause internal? I think his autopsy might be wrong.
They're in the radish family.
Disclaimer. Things are about to get a little X-rated. Fast forward if you don't like it. Don't let your kids hear this. Pressure. Exactly. The pressure. I was
Okay.
talking to somebody yesterday about there was a guy who bought a silicone butt plug. It was supposed to be 100% silicone. He puts it in. He goes to an MRI. Apparently, there was something not silicone in this butt plug, and it went like up into his guts and just shredded him. He survived, barely, and sued the shit out of him. But I was like, it's your fault for running a butt plug into an MRI. Hey,
Who does that?
right in general. Okay, never mind. Let's
Especially
take that
going
back. Outside their home. He walks around outside their home.
Especially going to an MRI where you know that they're going to be able to see it.
In theory, if it's, well, would you? What if
I
the
believe so.
What if the MRI was not south.
Yeah.
What if it was like
South,
a
south.
chest MRI?
Mm.
And that's why it pulled it forward or upward. Either way, ew.
I think that at that point, the embarrassment,
Yeah.
how painful that would be. I think I would rather have died from that.
Yeah, think, how did
Yeah.
they fix it? And that's got a lot of repair work in there.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, aside from turnips and butt plugs, on another note, we have Stanton Walker. Jeez, this guy's got my kind of luck. One of his friends borrowed his knife from the other to sharpen his pencil because he was keeping score at a game or something. And when he finished, he passed the knife to Walker to pass it to the other friend that he got it from. As Walker was holding the knife, a foul ball struck him in the hand and drove the knife into his chest next to his heart and killed him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That. Talk about
some pretty bad luck.
bad timing. Yeah.
Blade safety, y'all.
I was just going to say that. Who doesn't close a knife before you? But holy shit.
I have, it's not lead. I have pencil lead permanently embedded in a very interesting place because when we had a small house and there was a lot of people in and out, and I had just sharpened my pencil and I was going to do my homework, and my cousin was like a really tall guy, and I put my arms down just to try to scoot back out of the way, but I didn't think about the pencil being pointed my direction. I thought he was going to clear me. And he hit the pencil and it drove it like into my, like under my shorts and into my, like where my underwear line goes. And when it did, the lead snapped because it was like a number 2, not like a clicky pencil.
Yeah.
And I still have a gray spot. It's still there.
In this hand, in the middle of my hand, I have a piece of pencil lead.
See?
Same thing. I was holding a pencil like that and somebody opened their locker and it broke the tip right in my hand. So it's right in the middle of my hand and I can still see it.
At least you can see yours. I gotta actually look for mine. It's way down there. You have any lead in you, Tracy?
I don't think so.
You're unleaded?
I'm unleaded.
All right. So then we have Kashi the Poodle, Marta Espina, Edith Sola, and a random dude. All right. A poodle named Kashi in Caballito, Buenos Aires, fell 13 floors and hit Marta Espina, 75 years old, killing both of them instantly. In the course of events, Edith Sola, who was 46, came to see the incident and was fatally hit by a bus. An unidentified man who witnessed her death had a heart attack and died on his way to the hospital. So this freaking poodle wiped out 3 people.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How?
Wait, isn't there like a story where it's like something ate the fly that ate the something that ate the cat that ate the dog? Wait, I'm backwards. I'm going backwards. The dog ate the cat that ate the whatever that ate the fly.
Yeah.
There was an old lady who.
In a shoe? That's not the right one.
No, that's not the right one. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Right?
Yeah. And then it was like, yeah, but anyway, so every like page you get a new animal that like eats the other animal.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why we read this to our kids. But whatever.
I don't either.
Don't eat flies. But yeah, so the poodle falls, hits an old lady 13 stories below. Both die instant. Then the other person is like, what the hell? And then
Comes
gets hit by a
down.
bus. Then the other person's like, oh my God, I just saw this lady get hit by a bus, heart attack, and dies.
The next person just keeps on walking because they're like, I don't know what the
Nope.
fuck happened there, but
Oh, I just got booty. Can you feel me? No.
no.
Is your name Silicon? Then we have Gary Hoy, who's a lawyer, fell from the 24th floor of a Toronto Dominion Center trying to prove the windows were unbreakable. He rammed into the window, which did not break, but popped out of the frame and sent him soaring down below. Goose.
Oh shit.
Why is
Breathing.
that something that would happen to me?
Yeah.
Give me one too many drinks.
It's unbreakable, which he's not wrong. It was unbreakable, but it fell out of the frame and splat. Although the glass did not break.
It was
Marketing.
unbreakable.
It was unbreakable.
Did the glass break when it hit the ground? That's the
It
question.
doesn't say it did.
Unbreakable.
Yep.
The
Good
frame
advertising.
quality sucks.
I'm not going to buy those frames, but the glass is solid. So then we have Jeremy Breno went full Happy Gilmore and used his golf club as a weapon, hitting a bench nearby. The club broke and one end came back and pierced his heart and killed him. Ooh. Anger management.
Literally.
Yep. So then Mark Gleason used tampons to plug his nose, trying to keep from snoring, and suffocated.
Oh.
And then we have Philip Quinn was heating up a lava lamp on the stove when it exploded and a shard of glass hit him in the heart and killed him.
Why?
Why was he doing that?
It was probably the 70s. He was probably fucked up, man.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
okay. Valid.
I
Okay.
bet this heating lamp will work on the stove, guys.
That's
That's my best Cheech and Chong, sorry. Glittering end. Anyway, the second one is great. Kenneth Pignon died from injuries sustained by having anal sex with a stallion.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
Just
Why?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? God.
Better question. Okay, maybe not better, but equally posing question. How?
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. But
So, right? People can obviously get stallions to
But
ejaculate. That's how you get sperm to AI other animals, right? But
what I'm saying is it was injuries sustained by doing it. You would have.
yeah, so what I'm saying is once you get the animal in the mind frame or in the
Oh, I guess they did used to
Stimulation.
put people in a stirrup or up.
then and
Yeah.
then you just dude, horses are
I guess-
freaking like huge. Like I don't even understand.
In my head, I was thinking this was a voluntary act, and I'm going, how could you possibly allow something that had to be painful?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm thinking if it was voluntary, he would have stopped it before that became an issue. Apparently not.
Holy shit. I'm hypothesizing in my head right now. I'm like, yeah, but
Are we talking
One-
Clydesdale or racing horse?
one thrust from that horse, dude, and you're fucking spitting it out of your throat. You're dead.
you did not just say that. You did not just say that. You did not just say that. You're done.
The look, okay,
You're
guys, the
done.
look on her face. I'm not
You're
sure
done.
what that was. It was almost
You're
like
done.
terror, but I love it. I love it. Anyway, we'll just move on to no, because that was awesome. There was an unknown 43-year-old woman who died of anaphylactic shock after having sex with a German Shepherd.
What the fuck?
But what is Gray's on over that one? Dangerous. Yep.
Yeah, dangerous.
Diane
Very.
Durr killed by a falling Taco Bell sign.
Ooh.
Oh, not Taco Bell.
I'm just picturing it goes ding, like the
The chime at the end.
yeah. Got to go out in style. What's
Did
this?
did she get her Taco Bell first?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Because then it might be okay. But come on.
But even if she got it, she probably didn't eat it yet, unless she ate inside it.
But if
What's
she
Taco
didn't get-
Bell's slogan?
I don't know. Hang on.
And she's gonna Google it.
See, I like this.
Nope. Wait. Shut your mouth.
What is it?
Undoubtedly is what it just says.
Taco Bell's current slogan is "Nobody has ever died after eating Taco Bell." This slogan was announced in a 2019 part of their rebranding campaign. Their previous slogan was "Live Us," which was introduced in 2012.
What was the one question? They clearly did not get the Taco Bell first.
Live Moss, like live
more.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, there's the answer to your question. You don't suppose when
No one has ever died after eating. So she didn't get
didn't
her
say.
Taco Bell. That's what I'm getting from this. Is she did not get her Taco Bell.
No,
Unless the slogan got changed after Diane died.
that
Do we know when she died?
Oh.
that would be a really morbid way to rebrand, but
Because that's just from 2019. Before that, it was Live Moss. From 97 to 98, it was Want Some. And then in 2000, and then 1998. Before that, it was Think Outside the Bun.
When did it change?
2019.
Okay. Diane Durr of Chambers, Nebraska, died after a 75-foot Taco Bell sign fell on top of a truck cab she was in. The pole broke, and I have to open it to get the rest of it. It looks like that article was written April 2009.
Oh, so it was after she died.
oh my
10 years.
God.
10 years.
Whoever is doing their marketing needs to be fucking fired.
Or promoted.
Or depends on which way we're looking at this guy.
They did also have that horse meat scandal.
That's true. They did.
It's all coming together, ladies.
But it did answer your question, Samantha.
She did not get her Taco Bell.
She did not.
Justice for Kim.
No. Man, so close.
If she would have got... Okay, I won't say that. I'll be good.
Only one person has died after eating Taco Bell.
No, I was going to say, if she would have gotten her Taco Bell, then she would have been driving faster to get home.
Although,
And then she would have...
I just eat it on the way. Fuck it. I got leather seats. Just wipe that shit up. Gotta eat them tacos, y'all.
They are so good, but God, it's so nasty too.
Yeah, I'm not a big Taco Bell fan. My boss eats it all the time, and I'm like,
Oh, I
dude,
love
my rear end
Taco
doesn't
Bell.
like it. Oh, here you go. So Roger Miro was crushed by a trash compactor while looking for his phone.
Oh. Yeah.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Probably. The cost
You
of
think
phone.
you would get out, right? You'd jump out if you felt the thing coming.
I guess.
Maybe he saw it and he was almost there.
Right. I guess it depends on...
Rest in
Was it-
peace. Rest in pieces.
Was it like an iPhone 7? Was it a 16? What's a price
Where-
tag
yeah.
on it?
It's a mother SE, man. Screw that
Right.
shit. Let's see here. So then we have Denver Lee St. Clair. Asphyxiated when given an atomic wedgie, and the elastic band was pulled over his head while he was unconscious.
Oh,
Now that
shit.
is an atomic wedgie.
That's... Yeah. No.
I wonder what happened to the
Okay,
guy that did it.
The wedgie started while he was unconscious. He clearly woke up during that.
No, well, unless if he was awake and the band went over your head, then you would be unconscious, and they would probably just be like, "Oh, we got him," and they just leave him there and not realize that it was still cutting him off
Oh man.
because they're probably
Oh.
children, right?
I
One
mean,
would
hope
freaking
so.
Okay, so my brother has gotten an atomic wedgie that ripped his britches by my aunt.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Or they're 45-year-old men.
True.
Doing,
Okay.
Yeah. Or 30-year-old sister doing it to her 11-year-old
Okay.
brother.
Okay, calm down. I don't need to calm down like this.
Shots fired.
He's no longer feels like a safe place, guys.
He goes real.
Ah,
So then we have it. So I've got one that says Hevel, but I either didn't type the last name or it didn't have a last name, but it says killed by a goat that jumped off a roof over a protective fence and landed on him.
Oh, I could see that.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Goats are
Yeah.
assholes.
Goats are
Yeah.
assholes.
Then we have Lottie Belk stabbed through the chest by a beach umbrella.
Oh shit.
So, wind blows. And
Yeah.
did you like the sound effects? I'm really good at sound effects other than animals.
Yeah, you've been really good.
Yeah.
I
So
think
then
you're doing great with animals too.
Good God. My elephant, I didn't. Here. I don't know if you're purring or is that a trunk in your pocket? So this one just says a 30-year-old man, but it said he was fishing with friends in Brazil while being attacked by bees. Oh my gosh, the jupe. The group jumped into the water. The man drowned and was partially eaten by piranhas.
Oh God.
So what would you pick?
Partially.
Death by bee or death by piranha and drowning?
Oh God. I don't know.
It's Hitler Kitty. I didn't say he wasn't cute. He just reminds me of Hitler. He's got like the evil eyebrows. He just onto something.
Was the movie called just Piranha that came out like when
Yeah,
maybe 10, 9, 10?
there was a movie called Piranha. I didn't
That
see it.
movie scared me so bad.
Let me show you.
Oh.
What are you showing us?
Oh.
Elemental.
Mm.
Whatever that one was. It's like a nice little head rush there.
Tracy, do you
Like
remember
my
that
fingers are
I
going numb.
would
Oh,
not go swimming in any body of water for a while because I just believed piranhas were everywhere.
Piranhas.
I was
Yeah.
like that after
Mm.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking for a terrarium because I want to get a python so I can have a snake on my pot. One that we can have on here without getting in trouble. Sorry. But no, seriously, I want to get a python. But then I have Jimmy Hesselden, owner of Segway Incorporated, died from injuries sustained by falling from a cliff while driving a Segway scooter.
Oops.
Oops.
It's not great marketing.
Yeah. Oops.
And then I wonder why I don't trust driving cars.
Yeah.
Now, interesting. Hold on. Let me go. I have the same guy in here twice.
He died
Unbreak-
twice?
The unbreakable glass guy. I wrote him in here twice. He was at a Toronto law firm. Yeah.
You really wanted to talk about it again.
Then we have Michael Anderson Godwin, convicted murderer, sentenced to die by the electric chair. Later, the conviction was overturned and he was given life in prison. However, while sitting on a metal toilet seat in his prison cell, he was electrocuted and he died.
Oh my God.
What?
How did he get away? The toilets are metal.
Yeah. So if there was a
So,
short
I
or
mean-
ground issue or something, it just zapped him and he died.
Oh
So
my
he, in
gosh.
fact, got the electric chair.
That's the universe's way of saying, no,
I
bitch,
should
you're
you-
going.
I should you not. Do you like me? We don't know who you are, so I'm not sure.
Perhaps.
Mel Ignato. Mr. Rogato. Sorry. Murderer who strapped his girlfriend to a table and cut her to death. Later, he fell on a glass table and died from the cuts.
Oh.
I
love
how
it when the
universe
universe
does
does-
that.
Yeah,
Whoa, okay, that was weird.
that was good. That was like, boom.
Our brain was synced there for a second.
Yeah.
I like it. So then we have Bobby Leach, second person in history to survive a trip down Niagara Falls in a barrel. He accidentally slipped on an orange pill and fell about 4 feet, injured his leg, that eventually led to gangrene, causing a need for amputation. And because of the complications during surgery, he died. From an orange
I
peel.
mean, well,
Lives falling in a barrel.
Yep, off Niagara Falls, and died from a 4-foot fall from an orange peel. Did I mention that I broke my ankle last year because I was crossing the street?
Yeah,
Right.
So I feel this guy hard.
Yeah.
You can
Well,
definitely.
I just ended up having to have surgery in June because
Mhm.
4 years ago I broke my ankle standing up.
Literally just standing there. Yeah.
Don't you love it?
It happens.
Ugh. So then we have Philip Contos. He was an anti-helmet advocate. Let's come closer. So yeah, anti-helmet advocate on a protest ride in 2011. He wrecked his bike and went flying over the handlebars onto the sidewalk. Died of a head injury that he could have sustained if he had just simply worn a helmet.
Oh no.
House.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
that said gross. I was like,
Ah.
Then we have Troy Leon Gregg, convicted murderer who escaped Georgia State Prison in 1980, the day before he was supposed to be put to death. That same night, he got in a bar fight in North Carolina and was beaten to death.
again, the universe works in mysterious
Yeah.
ways.
Then we have a Paralus of Athens. Call back to our torture devices episode. He was the inventor of the brazen bull. So he showed the invention to Phalaris, the tyrant king, and he immediately was like, oh yeah, this thing's super cool. Can you show me how it works? And the guy was like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. I'll definitely show you. Just crawl in like this, closes the door, and he becomes the first victim. And it says vengeful. Yes.
Oh shit.
So he was the first victim of his own invention. Oh my God. This literally is what it says. A Russian name or a Russian woman whose name I can't pronounce. That's literally what I wrote. Instead of the name. I didn't even bother writing her name.
Uh-huh.
She was declared dead at age 49 from a heart attack. During the funeral, while the family was praying over her casket, she woke up. She was so freaked out over waking up in a casket at her own funeral, she suffered another heart attack and died for good this time.
Oh shit.
Color.
Did they during the times of the plague and stuff? Isn't that why there
The
was
bell?
like bells? Yeah.
They made special caskets so that you could ring the bell. And there was actually your groundskeeper, your undertaker, would stand guard and listen for bells all night.
For the people that would wake up.
Oh my God.
Oh, here we go. Jerome Moody threw a party for local lifeguards for completing their first drowning-free swimming season. While
then he
there
drowned. He
at
drowned.
least 100 lifeguards at the party, Jerome was found at the bottom of the pool as the party started to die down because he had drowned at a lifeguard party.
How?
Oh my God.
You
They weren't
listen-
on duty.
They didn't. You still have
They
on
weren't
duty if you're not
watching.
on duty. What do they call that? It's if somebody's choking and you have a CPR, like if you're like an EMS worker or you're CPR certified, you don't do anything, you can get charged.
Yeah.
You're like, do no harm. Or what's it called?
So yeah.
You should know this.
I should. And if she didn't lead with what's it called, I probably would know it. But now we're all gonna
We'll
be
get back to it.
Yeah, it'll come to us.
Yeah. Frank Hayes, horse caretaker and one-time horse rider. After years of working on the high esteem and caring for the horse riding horses, he begged for a chance to fulfill his dream of racing a horse himself. The horse's owner gave him one chance if he could make the weight requirements. So Frank went out and lost 12 pounds, like almost overnight, and was able to ride Sugar Kiss, the horse that he'd been training this whole time. In underdog fashion, the team won. However, when they went to congratulate Frank on the win, they found that during the race, he had suffered a heart attack from the rapid weight loss and died and never saw the finish line. He made it, he won, but he was dead when he made the finish line.
Well, that's so sad.
That
But he
is sad.
he did get his one race before he died.
And he died doing what he like.
It's like dying during sex.
This is why you
Right.
should just stay chubby.
Yeah, Fluffy's better.
That's what
Unless
I'm
you got to
saying.
do the work, and then it's no bueno. Yeah. My hips can't handle that. They don't lie either. We have John, John Sedgwick, military man of 1864. While watching some of his men ducking for cover during a battle, he supposedly said, quote, "Why are you dodging like this? They couldn't hit an elephant at a distance," end quote. Attitude. I was over here flipping my head. It's going attitude. Just moments later, he took a hit right below his left eye from a sniper, killing him instantly. So he's like, "Why are you guys ducking? These people can't freaking hit the broadside of a barn," and dead.
That's what he gets for talking crap.
Crow. Do you guys know what that means?
Yeah.
I said that at work and nobody knew what I was talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, get with it, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so the last one I have here, Timothy Treadwell, as an extreme bear lover since childhood,
Yeah.
he set out every summer to face Alaska's harsh wilderness and live amongst the gargantuan grizzlies. I'm aware. Each year, he watched these creatures grow and even gave them each names, catching every second on film. One year, he was joined by his girlfriend and fellow nature lover, Amy. They stayed a week later than normal that year and noticed an unfamiliar face in the bear community, and it made him a little uneasy. So they used the same camera that caught years of bear interactions and beautiful scenes from the Alaskan outdoors, and they got a little more than they expected. The camera caught and preserved the dying screams of the two animal lovers as a grizzly man met a grizzly death. The audio was found, and you can hear it for yourself, and I have a link in the description.
This was the first episode we ever did with Amanda. We
No
covered
way.
Timothy. Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, she went pretty deep in it. And that story is
There was a lot of things I didn't know. And I'm like, I just feel bad for Amy in that situation.
absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't go real deep.
She just wanted to support her man and wanted to go home. And he was like,
she wanted to go home, is
So-
what she wanted. Yeah.
oh,
Ladies,
he
tell your
had that
man
kind of coming.
worship. If you want to leave, wrap some tail around your freaking face. Excuse me, let me just. We need.
Gosh.
But if you're uncomfortable and you want to leave, you tell your man to go fuck a goat and you leave. Say, "I'm taking the car, truck, van, whatever, Jeep, and I'm getting out. You GTFO. If you want to come, fine. If not, more power to you." I'll
Unless
Uber.
he takes you to the middle of Alaskan's wilderness and you can't get out.
They should at least have a vehicle at some point, right?
No,
I
they
think it was flying.
Oh, they
After
flew.
the- yeah.
Never
And
mind.
he canceled it.
Unless it looks like that guy from The Proposal. In that case, I ain't leaving Alaska.
Yeah, seriously.
Right,
Seriously.
seriously.
Yeah.
Who was that again? He also plays Green Lantern. And he's in the commercial for the cricket commercials.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. Why can I never remember his name?
Please hold.
I just know he's hot as hell.
Is it Blake Lively's husband?
I think so, isn't it? The Proposal. Cap.
And he's in that.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yes.
Blake
Oh,
Lively's husband.
golly, that man. I've decided that I really do have a thing for older dudes, apparently. And I think it just has to do with older guys, with an exception of one. Although the one can definitely. Anyway. Because I saw a commercial yesterday for something, and it had Steve Carell and Jim Halpert. And they were doing something, and Steve Carell's all gray or whatever, but it had Jim Halpert, and I was like, at first I didn't recognize him, and I was like, dude, he's freaking smoking. And then I realized it was Jim Halpert. I was like, oh, because in The Office, he did nothing for me when he was younger, but I saw him when he was older, and I was like, oh, hey, baby. I have a problem. But those are my weird deaths. Do you guys know of any?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. If you would have given us a heads up, yeah, I would have
I don't
bought
like to have
some.
a heads.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that? What is that TikTok or that show that they do that's like 1,000 weird
Thousand Ways
ways
to
to
Die.
die or something? Yeah. Some of the stuff on there is, oh my God.
You know what you guys need to watch? I also found this other show. Again, it's on Hulu. It's called Dark Marvels.
Okay.
Oh, the first one I watched was the people that invented the electric chair and how the electric chair was invented by Thomas Edison and a dentist.
How was it invented?
It was modeled after the dental chair. And Thomas Edison was threatened by this other guy. So Thomas Edison had DC power, and that was his whole thing, direct power, or whatever. And then, or direct current. And then this other guy, I can't remember his name, some fucked up name. I think it starts with a W or something. But he was threatening, like he was starting to be the new big thing. And so Edison got threatened and was like, oh, yeah, because they came to Thomas Edison. They're like, oh, we need to come up with a good, humane way. And he's like, electricity will work, but only the alternating current one that this guy is heavy in, not mine. So to make his competitor look bad, he said that it had to be built with his power. So they would associate how dangerous it was in killing people with that guy's method and not his. That is the only reason that the electric chair was invented. Otherwise, he was going to be like, no, I don't think it's a good way to go. But he wanted to get his competitor out or try to get him out. And so he made him, he said it in order to build the chair, it had to be this guy's current and it had to have his brand name on the box with the chair. And the first time they used it, it didn't work. They essentially kept using it. It goes through this whole thing. The guy's twitching and all this horrible stuff, smells, I'm sure. And somebody went to go touch the body to make sure. And it started like breathing, like gasping for air. And he wasn't dead. So they tried to fry him again and again because I think they only had it in his chest and his arms and like the head. They didn't put it at the feet yet. So the current never actually made it to his heart. So they virtually cooked him instead of electrocuted him to death the first time.
Oh my God.
I had to look up this guy's name because I couldn't remember. Jeff Bush, where he was laying in bed and a sinkhole formed underneath his bedroom and it swallowed him.
At least he was asleep.
Just laying in bed.
You
Oh
never
my
really
God.
know.
You know,
I have a real live one that I know about. I was working at a plant here in town, a medical device place, and the receptionist, we have a place going out of town where you leave town, you cross a bridge, and then it turns into 2 lanes, and then you go up there for a while, and then it turns back into 1 lane on one side of the road. And she was going, and she went to go past the semi, and as she's going, the semi's going, and a piece of the semi, like a part, fell off of the semi, hit the road, went through the windshield, smoked her, and just killed her instantly.
oh my
gosh.
God.
Like, went through the windshield, just done.
Oh my gosh.
And we had a bunch of people that were like, we just talked to her at work. Like, we were just talking to her. And it was just like, boop, done.
This whole episode is just proof that when it's your time, it's your time, whether it's a turnip or
Yeah, like, you never really know.
you never know.
Apparently, at a museum in Austria, you can see a beard that is on display because the guy that the beard used to belong to was so long, it was like to his feet. He had grown it out so long. He was trying to flee a house fire and he tripped over it, breaking his neck while falling down the stairs. He was the mayor of that town, so they cut off his beard and it is on display at a museum in Austria.
Shit.
Wow.
Weak.
That's
Oh,
all I got.
That's awful.
You shall not pass.
That. Oh my.
I'm still laughing at the look on your face earlier when she made her.
She just catches me off guard sometimes.
What I laugh about is geek. I think they're talking to you. Watching the movies. I always tell people when they make me angry that I'm going to put my boot so far up their ass, they're going to taste my toes.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like, oop. Like, that's one way to do it. But that's all I got. You guys got anything?
I just had those two.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Thank you.
That was
No,
a
this
fun
is good.
one.
I figured
Yeah.
I wanted to get something to do with a little bit of death, but not too crazy. I know I just did weird laws with like mother like murder,
Mhm.
and I only made it so far, so I'm gonna have agreed. So I'm gonna have more to do. But this one I was like, oh man, I was like, some of these are just so messed up.
Yeah. That was interesting though. Natasha, thank you so much. And it was good to come on another show with you. It's been a hot minute.
It's been awesome. So thank you guys again for coming on, and everybody who's out there. Say my kid's calling me too. Don't forget, go find them everywhere, social media, and then listen to their pod. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review, 5 stars only, because that's what they deserve. Don't give them that 1-star bullshit, or you can go fly a kite. But seriously, go check them out. I'm super excited about the next season because it's going to be amazing. And granted, I'm also a sociopathic asshole. I'm not good at feelers. Yeah, but I could try. I'll do my best. But go check them out. And like I said, share it everywhere. Spread it like podcast herpes. Mine and theirs. We're all going to share the podcast herpes.
Yeah.
But you want to give them something they can't get rid of, guys.
Obviously.
No penicillin needed. But I think that's everything. And thank you guys again for coming on. This has been awesome. And I will see you guys later.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy. If you wouldn't mind, please take a moment and give the show a 5-star review wherever you're listening. I know it might not seem like much, but it greatly helps the show and allows people to find us more easily. Also, head on over to www.patreon.com/Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracy and subscribe to any of the tiers. Members of the Big Show tier get bonus materials, personalized shoutouts on the pod, ad-free episodes, access to the private Discord server, quarterly appreciation gifts, and a chance to be on the show. Not to mention video versions of the episode. Before you go, don't forget to click the link in the description and grab yourself or someone you know some self-designed merch by me, or make a donation to help keep the show going and fund future events and investigations. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Threads, and TikTok. If you have any questions, topic recommendations, or personal encounters, please send them to cryptidscreepsandconspiracy@gmail.com or submit them through the contact form at www.cryptidscreepsandconspiracy.com. I would love to hear from you and share your experiences on a listener episode. Just make sure that you specify that I have permission to add your encounter to the show and let me know whether or not you would like your real name read or an alias to maintain confidentiality. Thank you guys all again so much for your support. Until next time, my friends. See ya.